In this video, we will review the good, the bad, and the ugly of different portfolio websites. And I'm going to show you what to include in your portfolio and the difference between a professional and client attracting portfolio and an amateur portfolio website. Using these principles that I'm showing you, I have been able to have a high converting site, and I've helped other designers get thousands of dollars worth of clients through their own sites. So these principles also help to attract higher quality clients and will weed out the low paying clients if done correctly. Welcome back to this channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Lauren Gonzalez, and I am just another creative who loves to show other designers and creatives how to succeed and make a great living using your creative skills. When you are designing your portfolio, it's not just about your work. While that plays a huge part in it, there are other aspects in the presentation that are crucial to not only show off what an awesome designer you are, but actually get hired in the process. This first website we're going to review is super creative in the presentation of the projects. However, it is lacking the first of the three key elements you need in a portfolio website, which is a hook on that home page that shows who you help and how you help them. As you can see, he says, "Hi, I am Simon, an independent graphic designer based in Paris. While I love how clean it is, it doesn't give me a reason as a client to choose him over any other designer. He has such nice designs, but he doesn't talk to anybody specifically." Here's another example, one that I know is attempting to hook clients, but I feel they don't really know who they want to attract and therefore have no reason for clients to choose him over others. Calling yourself amazing is not something that will get you hired. So let's look at an example of a great portfolio website that does actually hook clients right away. And I actually had to look at agencies to find good examples to show you because most freelance design sites don't think with this. And that is what I want to teach you to avoid. You should not wait to be an agency to figure out your own messaging. So they're saying not how incredible they are or that they are a designer. They're taking it a step further. And they're saying we build emotional connections between consumers and products, services, or institutions to create exponential value. And right below it, they have this big example of a product that they branded. They seem to have primarily their target audience of food and beverage products, and then they also work with universities, some really big ones like Stanford and UCLA. That's their secondary niche. So what company doesn't want to build an emotional connection to their consumers? You see how they are hooking that client right from the start? But I feel they could be even more specific to who they target in that messaging. Like this brand here called Sideways. They say culture-defining creative for modern hospitality brands. And if you go down, you can see projects they worked on in this niche, specifically of hospitality. That includes lodging, hotels, entertainment, and travel. So on your own homepage, you should have the hook. You should touch on what you do and how you're different. You can give a taste of work that you've done there too, but without that first opening hook, all else is totally lost. Before we go to the next vital part of a portfolio website, which has to do with how you display your work, I want to share a few excerpts from one of my favorite books, The Purple Cow by Seth Godin. So he says, in a crowded marketplace, fitting in is failing. In a busy marketplace, not standing out is the same as being invisible. So if you just want to fit in with all the other designers, then for sure, just do what 99% of them are doing and put "I'm an independent designer, I'm a graphic designer" on your site, and you will for sure fit in. But that's not what we're here about. We want to stand out. I want you to have a standout portfolio site that gets the type of clients you want to work on. So the second vital part of a portfolio site is how you showcase your work, and this has two parts to it. You have to show your main specialization, meaning if you are a brand identity designer, you got to show this as your specialization. Show projects related to brand identity, not other things like illustration or photography. If you're a web designer, show it. Don't show logo design. Having too many services can actually confuse clients and make them feel that you're okay at 1,000 things and not excellent at one thing. The second part of actually showcasing your work is you have to show how you helped solve specific problems for your ideal clients, rather than just showing a ton of work that you've done. In this very creative site that I showed you before, it's good he has only a handful of projects and isn't showing everything he ever worked on. However, when I click on each of these projects, it doesn't show much of what he did. Having a case study that shows why the client hired you, what the challenge or problem was, and how you solved it is a really key component to show that you're there to work with each client to help them achieve results for their business. I'm going to show you some great examples of this in a moment. So now let's go back to this other website we looked at earlier. So he shows the services he provides and has tons of examples, an overwhelming amount, honestly. You want to focus on showcasing projects you love to work on and that you want to attract more of. Less is better, quality over quantity. There's also no case studies here that really go into detail, but rather just a bunch of individual projects. So let's go back to this other brand design company that I showed you earlier, and you can see they don't have a million projects, but key ones that they want to attract more of. And with each one, they showcase what the problem the company had that this design company helped them to solve, with design examples that show the scope of the project. If the client has results after working with you, this is great to also showcase in these case studies and testimonials, such as this Wanu one. They hired Bright, this company, to better attract consumers, and they explain the challenges that they ran into in the project, the scope, and then the visual assets of the brand redesign. Now here's some other awesome, more detailed case studies from a design company called Basic, where they go heavily into detail on the project and the results. Another one is Big Human, that also gives potential clients a feel for the level of service that they will get. It is here that testimonials are crucial to help let that ideal client know how great you are to work with. You don't say it yourself that you're amazing. Let others say it for you. So now let me ask you a question. What is a website for? A, is it to impress your family and friends? B, to make you feel proud of yourself? Or C, to attract and close clients? I know that sounds boring, but now I know you all probably are going to say, come on, everyone knows it's to attract and close clients. And this is why I am making this video, because everyone knows it, yet most people don't actually follow option C. They do A and B. So why, if everyone knows a website is to attract clients and close them, most freelance websites are created to impress or to throw everything they ever made into their portfolio. So getting into that third essential part of a portfolio website, which may sound really simple, but it's so important to have a way for people to contact you. It's crucial that someone can reach out to you if they're ready to get started. You should have this on every single page, in the footer, and then a call to action at the bottom of every web page. I think having a dedicated contact form and then an email address also is super helpful. You know, sometimes people don't want to write through a contact form and they'd rather just reach out to you through their email. So give them options. I would suggest not putting your phone number on your website unless you have a receptionist, answering the phone all the time, because email is a great and simple way to control anyone reaching out to you to your inbox. A note on this is if you want to qualify people when they are contacting you, it's an awesome idea to have a drop-down menu on your contact form asking for their budget. So in that way, you aren't attracting low-budget clients that are going to waste your time. But the way you structure your site, the type of projects you showcase, and the way you present yourself will all contribute to attracting who you want to attract. Other things, aside from these 3 vital points that you can expand into your website, are a blog and resources when you're putting out content that will inform and attract the type of client you want to work with. Such as on this Big Human site, they're putting out info on the importance of UI design, and this will therefore help them show up in search results for these keywords. But it's also going to show their ideal clients that they know what they're talking about regarding creating a great UI design. You also should have an about page. It's a great way to show who's behind the brand and allow them to meet you. You can also state what your values are as a brand, and if they are crafted to align with the values of the niche you chose, this could be a great booster in the client's interest to work with you. You can see this White Fox Studios shows that data beats opinions, and they're all about results rather than just something pretty. This is another reason why knowing your ideal clients better than anyone else will allow you to connect on every single level possible. Don't say generic things like I help you make pretty things or I'm an amazing designer. When I first started my freelance business, I really wanted to create this amazing, impressive website, and I loved to share it with my family and friends who would never hire me. And they were all saying, wow, amazing, and it made me proud of myself. However, the problem is that it wasn't helping me to get new clients. It was very much a mystery to me since I had everything on it, from logos, UX, UI design, website design, packaging, print, business cards, and even paintings and illustrations. Who wouldn't want to show how talented you are as an artist? After all, a client will choose you based on how artistic and how you can do it all, right? It should be that he becomes a great resource and shows his creativity. Is that right? Well, the answer, unfortunately, is no. Each client is always looking for a solution to their problem. If you offer this solution and this solution speaks to this type of client, then you have a much higher chance of this client engaging with you, as I showed you in the examples before. So we live in a very highly competitive industry, and most designers are do-it-all. You have heard me talk about how you have to niche over and over on this channel. And I know it is scary to commit like this, but if you just start going through a bunch of freelance designer websites, you're gonna start to see how important it is to stand out. You're not just there to show how amazing you are, you have to think backwards from what you want. You want clients to hire you. And while you may get tons of word of mouth, having a site that backs up your promise to help them achieve results in their own business will boost the chance of you getting more clients that you want to work with. An example of this is Sideways. They show it well and how they are very geared towards the hospitality niche. So do let me know in the comments if this was helpful for you, and also let me know with a thumbs up if you liked it. These points are super helpful for me to get this and other videos shown to more creatives like yourself, so then I can help them set up their design business correctly through my channel. You can also download my free guide on how to double your design clients if you haven't gotten that already. And this all starts with figuring out your niche, which I give you a whole exercise on that you can do in that downloadable guide in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna see you next time, and also you can check out these other videos over here that you can watch on the subject of design and starting your business. Thanks again.